think I'm live now. I am obviously putting on Spider-Man because I want to talk about the new Spider-Man game, Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. I am honestly in shock still. It's been well over 24 hours now since the announcement of the games. I am honestly in disbelief that this is even happening. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. I'm not going to do like a trailer, like breakdown or anything. I'm just going to go over my thoughts of the trailer and the Wolverine one and give over like things I'd like to see in the games, in both games. Oh my god, I'm just so happy that we're finally getting the sequel to this masterpiece of a game. And as much as I love the movie skins, which I will talk about in a bit, I am going to go back to either the advanced suit or the classic suit, because I really like those suits. But oh my god, where do I even go with this? It's so cool. There's so much to break down. I'm not going to break it down, but there's so much to kind of comprehend, like the fact it could be a co-op game, you know, both Miles Morales and Peter Parker, Kraven the Hunter possibly being teased, Venom. Oh my god. Yeah, I really do need to get the remastered version because that looks so much better than this, even though this game does look absolutely amazing. I'm just in absolute disbelief over how good the reason why I put that on in a minute. Just wow. I think the thing which is most intriguing for me, besides Venom, is the fact that we have both Spider-Men, and hopefully it is co-op, because I would absolutely love to sit on the couch like the good old days and play this game with my brothers and my sister. I would absolutely love that. I know we're going mostly online co-op now, which is great and all, and it's really beneficial for what we've had to go through the last 2 years of lockdown. But when you've got family inside the house with you, or if you're going to visit your family, like, you know, my brother's moving out, I'm moving out, it's like, yo, this is couch co-op. And bear in mind, he's PC. No, he's not Xbox anymore. He's PC and I'm PlayStation. It's so good that co-op is possibly being. It's not been confirmed. Personally, if co-op is not the case, I will be a bit disappointed. But at the same time, it won't make me love this game any less. I'm still going to adore the sequel to this game. I am hoping that it does carry the same kind of tone and darker feel that this game did carry. For example, this game we had some really dark and quite... I haven't actually played Miles Morales yet, so I can't really say much about that game as well. But the thing this game really did well was carry the dark aspect of, like, you know, we had Aunt May's death, we had obviously the corruption of Dr. Octopus. We had so much of amazing storytelling in this game, and it carried a very dark tone and possibly one of the most grueling Spider-Man stories we've ever had, and that for me makes this my favourite interpretation of the character. I think this version of Spider-Man is the definitive. I love Tobey Maguire, I love Andrew Garfield, I love Tom Holland, and I'm buzzing for Spider-Man No Way Home. However, I think this version of the character is the definitive one. I have loved every version of Spider-Man that's come before, whether it be cartoon or animated or what, I don't really care. Or cartoon and animated, same thing. I loved Into the Spider-Verse, I loved the TV shows when I was a kid, but this is the Spider-Man now. Like, this is just absolutely phenomenal. This is definitely, quite frankly, one of the best interpretations of the character we will ever see. This is quite possibly the equivalent to the Batman Arkham series. Now, in fact, I think this game does something which the Batman Arkham series doesn't, and that's saying a lot because the Arkham series. There you go. That's what I'm going to get that up because that is very relevant to the trailer. But this game, it takes the character in a whole new direction, whereas the Arkham series pays very like deeply into the lore of Batman. This game, it completely takes new twists and turns. Like Spider-Man never faced Dr. Octopus in his early career. Harry Osborn is Venom, which I know we have seen that before, but at the same time, you know, it's like it's just not being done in something as mainstream as a PlayStation game. But Jesus Christ, man, this game is going to be awesome. In terms of gameplay, I really hope that it keeps a lot of the elements both this game and Miles Morales have, because Miles Morales does feel like from what I've seen, hopefully my opinion changes when I actually get to play it, but from what I've seen, it does look like very much a copy and paste of this game with a few added features. I want this game to be completely more advanced than this one. I'm kind of thinking more along the lines of how advanced Arkham Knight was compared to the likes of City and Asylum. The reason why I'm making a lot of Batman comparisons is because, one, like, the tone of both games is very similar. I think, you know, it's probably quite safe to say that the gameplay will very much play a lot like this, which is fine, because this game I can play it for hours and not get bored. In fact, I did play it for hours and I was just loving it. The only reason I turned it off was I had to go to bed to go to school the next day. That's GCSE life for you. A-level is unfortunately a lot worse, because that means I don't get to play it for hours. But honestly, like, I am so thrilled. If co-op is going to be like the primary gimmick, I would love this game to be played in both single player and multiplayer, and just give you the option on who you want to play as for the campaign, or unless there are certain story elements where you have to play as either one or the other. Like for me, a big theory I have at the moment is that Peter Parker will in fact pick up the symbiote. He will in fact become the Black Suit Spider-Man. I think that Miles will probably have to fight him once the symbiote starts to significantly corrupt him, and you know, I do think that that's probably going to be played as Miles, so we will see Miles actually defeat the Black Suit Spider-Man, because that's my favourite combo. I think Miles will in fact defeat the Black Suit Spider-Man. Yeah, because he won't have his tech, he won't need his gear. He'll just create symbiote versions of his iron arms, symbiote version of his like web blobs, his web bombs, and like all that cool stuff. He'll just create symbiote versions, and then we'll see Miles and Peter both work together again to fight Venom and the Green Goblin, possibly. Yeah, the reason why I say Green Goblin is because I do think he will probably be the Dr. Octopus of this game. We already know that Venom's in it. The voice of the villain in the background clearly sounds like Kraven, which I think will possibly be connected to the Silver Sable story, which I will admit I was not the biggest fan of in the City That Never Sleeps DLC. I was not that big of a fan of the Silver Sable DLC. I thought the story was a bit pants. I thought it wasn't really that like interesting. I just kind of didn't have that much interest in it. Building up the speed is beautiful in this game. I do think the swinging in Miles Morales looks a lot better, which I hope that Spider-Man 2 really develops upon. Even though the swinging in this game is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. The gameplay, the feel, is just amazing. But back to villains. I do think that this game will have several villains. Oi. Hello. I think the villains I would like to see more than anything are the villains which are not going to appear in No Way Home, just so we can have a little bit of differentiation. I do think if there was any villain I did want to see reoccur that might be in No Way Home, it is the Lizard. I think the Lizard will be a very good villain to do. Perhaps, you know, because obviously it won't be Reese Evans' version from the Amazing Spider-Man duology. It would obviously be a new version of the Lizard. I'd love to see
Assault in progress. Gotta stop it.
I forgot the name of the actor. I'm so sorry. I was a famous video game voice actor. I would love to see play the Lizard. Perhaps even the guy who did Cole Phelps in LA Noire. I think that would be really cool. He gives off very Kurt Connors vibes. I can't remember his name. Shelton something? I don't know. But yeah. Since I've had them out twice and I've just never acknowledged them, Spider-Man has the Iron Spider arms as a part of the story, which is really interesting because he doesn't actually have an Iron Spider suit, and obviously that makes a lot of sense because Tony Stark is yet to make an appearance in this game. We know he exists because of Avengers Tower, but at the same time, you know, it's like I don't think they're even gonna bother with the Avengers in this one. I think he must have developed his own suit, his own iron arms, or used the schematics for Dr. Octopus's arms, which would be really interesting. Because as much as like they became enemies, Peter always had respect for Dr. Octopus, and you could tell how heartbroken he was when Otto went evil, he went rogue. And I just think that would be really exciting. It would be really exciting to see Peter kind of move on from the past and use the schematics of Dr. Octopus's tentacles to design those Iron Spider arms, because obviously they won't be connected to like the other Avengers or anything. If they did, I'd be a little bit disappointed, just because I really want to see this become a Spider-Man centric story, kind of like the Sam Raimi trilogy, kind of like the Mark Webb duology, or the Tasman duology, and Into the Spider-Verse. I think, you know, leave the MCU to do the whole interconnected thing between Spider-Man and the other Avengers. But, you know, it's like, oh man, this is just cool. I've been talking about Spider-Man for ages, and I have yet to move on to Wolverine. I don't want to move on to Wolverine yet. Still want to talk about Spider-Man. I do hope that, as much of a Peter Parker-centric story this is, Miles does significantly shine. I do hope we get to see some more Miles Morales-related characters. I hope we kind of see a big culmination of both character arcs, and we get to see them both really come into their own. So if they do fight, it is a heartbreaking fight. It would be so cool to have that kind of... Ow. Okay, I completely forgot the fight there. My apologies. Jesus Christ, I am sucking today. But yeah, I would love to see Miles Morales really take the time to shine in this storyline. I think it'll be really exciting to see where Insomniac goes with this direction of the character, and how we can kind of see both characters take time to shine. I think this will be very much divided in terms of villains. I do think this will be very much divided between Peter Parker villains and Miles Morales bad guys. I think if it is co-op, we'll obviously have both fighting both. But I could possibly see the return of... Again, I don't actually know what... I think I might just have to Google the whole story of Miles Morales before I actually get the chance, because I won't play this. I won't play Miles Morales until, like, I've got a PlayStation 5, because I'm not playing it for the PS4, no way. I want all them PS5 feels. But, okay. Let's talk release date, because that is a lot. This game, we're not going to be seeing it for another 2 years. And that is, you know, that's mad, because I'm going to be 20 years old by the time I play this game. And bear in mind, I was 15 when I got Spider-Man, when I got this game, I was 15 years old. So that means by then, 5 years would have gone by. That is pretty scary to think about. 2023 is going to be a great year for the PlayStation, because this game is phenomenal. I think I'm hoping that we don't get any more. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen with COVID-19. We're not going to be, you know, when we might. Well, hopefully, we're all out of the clear by then. You know, we can't really predict that. I'm hoping that we get no delays. I think every game is getting a delay at the moment. So Insomniac really is pulling a safe bet by giving this game quite a... We're getting quite a significant notice of when this game could be releasing, which is not in the near future. Like 2023 is still a while away. Like we have the whole of the rest of this year, we have all of next year, and like, you know, it is quite a safe bet releasing this game in 2023, and that's honestly why I think that Wolverine, which I'll get onto now, still a little bit more tough. I think Wolverine is playing a safe bet as well, having no expected release date. Like there's no year on it at the end of that teaser. Like nothing. It's just wow. It's really interesting. But oops, I missed the crime scene. But yeah, I honestly think this game is going to be insane. Movie skins, right? I said I was going to talk about for ages. Now, by then, we will have had, we would have had the release of No Way Home. You know, No Way Home will be turning 2 years old. I do think we will see more movie skins. I do hope the fan base isn't as toxic as they were for this game and basically sent death threats if we didn't get the Sam Raimi suit, which was not acceptable at all. It's just bang out of order the fact that the only reason we have the Sam Raimi suit is because the only reason we have the Sam Raimi suit is because of the stupid fan base sending death threats. In terms of movie suits, I would like to see, I would personally want to see the ones we have not seen yet. So that could be both the No Way Home suits, that could be the black suit from the Sam Raimi trilogy, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. It would be nice to see all, I mean, my favourite suit in this game, if we just take a quick break onto the suits, just find a safe place to land. We take a quick... You know, we have the Stark suit, we have the homemade suit, Iron Spider, we have the you know, we have Into the Spider-Verse, we have both Far From Home suits, we have the Sam Raimi suit, and we have the Amazing Spider-Man suit. I would like to see them all come back, but I am perfectly fine if they don't. Because, to be honest, I don't really see the point in them coming back if they've done them already. We could have like a movie suit bundle where we see all of the suits again. And bear in mind, I don't think we will see this many suits for one character in the first place, because now we have 2 Spider-Men to play as. So we will have suits for both Miles Morales and Peter Parker. I am perfectly fine if we just get the No Way Home suits, we get the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, and we get both versions of the Into the Spider-Verse suit. So I want to see this one make a comeback more than anything else, because I think the animated feel for both characters, it'll be really fun to play as. And bear in mind that the amazing suit power of the Miles Morales version of that suit would look really nice on Peter Parker. I think the whole like Bandai dot feel, the like the comic book stands when you actually like punch someone or something, I think it'd be really cool. But yeah, I do think we will see a lot more suits, but just not for the amount we have for one character per se. Like, say we have all of these for Peter, I think we will see half of them for Peter, and I think we will see a lot of comic book ones as well. I don't think we should see the return of all these suits. I think the suits that should probably come back the most are like the 2099 one. Definitely not this one. Hell no. It would be quite nice to see a big time stealth suit. I quite like that one. You know, and other like iconic suits like that. Don't bring back this stupid thing. What the hell was that? I hated that. The Spider Clan. That was stupid. That one's pretty cool, to be fair. The Fantastic Four one. I think I'm gonna move on to the classic suit. I do think we'll see classic versions of both characters as well. I think that'd be really nice to kind of go back to. I'm gonna change my suit power and all because I would really like to not see some giant spider arms come out of a really little like skinny suit. I don't know. Oh, okay, I'll give him that one. But yeah, I am like, okay, I'm ready to talk Wolverine. Let's talk Wolverine. So, what the balls? All I can say to that. No, I'm joking. I got more to say. Wolverine is getting his own game by Insomniac. That is insane. I don't think this game's going to come out for a long time. I think the earliest we will see this game is 2024, and even that is pretty early because that's literally dropping 1 year after the release of Spider-Man 2. So the thing I'm in like a lot of questions about is what are they going to do for it? Is this going to be the start of an X-Men series? Is it just Wolverine they want to do? Are we going to see more X-Men characters? I have so many questions about this game. Personally, story elements I would like to see would be more along the lines of X-Men Origins Wolverine, which I know wasn't really the most popular movie. It is a childhood favorite of mine, but at the same time I would like to see that same darker direct. I hope this game is an 18+. I really hope Wolverine is an 18+. I would be very annoyed if it wasn't, if I'm being brutally honest. I would be, because this Wolverine is not a character you hold back on. Wolverine is not like Batman. Wolverine is not like Spider-Man. Wolverine is literally, he decapitates people. He has claws on his hands which are going to basically decapitate someone. Like, it's just, it would be stupid if they held back on Wolverine. You know, one of the reasons Logan is one of my favorite films of all time, not just because of Hugh Jackman's amazing final performance and the fact that like made everyone cry, but how violent it was and how brutal that film was. And I think the game really needs to kind of follow in that direction. PlayStation has amazing single player games and exclusive games that follow in that kind of gore, almost horror direction. You look at The Last of Us, Uncharted, like brilliant games like them. You know, a lot of their story-based games like Heavy Rain, Detroit, Beyond Two Souls, Until Dawn, Man of Medan, like all of those classic, amazing storytelling games. And obviously, this Wolverine will not play in that kind of format. But in terms of Insomniac's direction, they need to take this in a more 18+ approach. I want to see decapitations, I want to see gore, I want to see blood, I want to see beheadings, I want to see swear words, I want to see everything. Story elements, I really hope they go down the, like I said, the X-Men Origins route and have Sabretooth be the main villain, and I would love to see Sabretooth actually be Wolverine's brother, Victor. That would be amazing. I think the whole brother dynamic in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie was phenomenal. I would almost say it is as good as Thor and Loki's brotherhood dynamic. I wouldn't go that far just because of how far Thor and Loki have come since like their introduction, and the fact that we only saw one film with Victor in, and it does disappoint me that Victor never came back. Victor never returned for Logan, which I think would have been a perfect movie to return, because that was Hugh Jackman's last one. You know, 20 years as Wolverine, you'd want to like see him come back for like one final one final run-in with his brother. And bear in mind, Wolverine died in that movie. But I think this game would be an excellent reintroduction of Wolverine, because I don't think we've seen much of Wolverine since the exit of Hugh Jackman's performance of the character. I hope this is played by a really strong actor. This version, I'm not going to say bring Hugh Jackman back. I'm not even going to go there. I hope that the actor of Wolverine is going to really deliver justice to the role. I think they will. I quite like the almost Red Dead Redemption vibes that the trailer gave off. He was in a bar. It looked very western. It looked very like country-esque. Like it felt like a bar you'd see in like the middle of nowhere or something, or in like an old cowboy village or something. It looked great. The fashion sense of Wolverine, it was like really reminiscent of a lot of the movies. It's just, oh god, this is going to be an amazing game. I'm already seeing it now. We have no gameplay, we have no elements of what the story's going to be like. All we know that Insomniac is creating this game as well as Spider-Man 2, which does lead me to believe that we will not see Wolverine for a long time, as I mentioned before. I don't think we will see Wolverine until well into the mid 2020s. I do not think we will see Wolverine until then. I think the latest we'll probably get Wolverine, just because I don't think Insomniac is going to want to take forever, because people will lose interest. People will, be like, yeah, that's just. I mean, look at the Avengers game. That was announced in 2017, and it was released in 2020. And look what happened. That game became a bit of a mess. I don't think Insomniac will want to take forever. I think the earliest they will aim to get this game out by is 2024. 2024 is when I think we will see the Wolverine game, and I do think they are going to work on it simultaneously with Spider-Man. But at the same time, I just hope they don't rush it. I really don't want to see this game be rushed. Same with Spider-Man. I don't want either of these games to be rushed. They are going to be insane. Absolutely insane. I do think that Marvel is slowly overtaking DC in the gaming industry. Obviously we have Batman, or we have Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad to kind of, help defend their honor, and any other games which will be announced at DC Fandom. Personally hoping for Injustice 3. That I think that'll be really nice to get. But I am honestly super excited for both these games, to be honest. I do hope we see a darker direction as well. I think that would be very interesting. Insomniac is amazing at storytelling. And yeah, man, this is just going to be awesome. This leads up to so many possibilities. Like, personally, if Wolverine does go down the 18+ route, I don't want to see this happen. But if Spider-Man and Wolverine share a universe, that could be a really nice crossover. But at the same time, I don't think they'll go down that route, which I'm perfectly fine with. I have no demand to see Wolverine and Spider-Man team up. Spider-Man has already got his own little sidekick in Miles Morales. He doesn't really need a partner like Wolverine. He just, he don't really need it. For both games, I would like to see a really nice hub world. Oop, I didn't mean to press that. Sorry. Thumb grip came loose. Yeah. I would like to see a nice hub world. New York has been done twice. And the only difference with Miles Morales was that it was snowing and the graphics looked better, which is fair, which is really understandable. However, I do think we will see New York again, but I do want to see something else as well. I do really want to see some other form of perhaps more interior hub worlds, like for example Peter Parker's apartment or his house with Mary Jane. I would like to see for Wolverine, maybe even a bar, maybe even go full Red Dead Redemption style and have a huge ass hub world for Wolverine to play around in. That'd be really exciting. Wow, that was quite... That was easy. Yeah. What else did I want to see? I can't remember. So much to talk about. So much to talk about these games. Oh yeah, movie skins for Wolverine. Movie skins for Wolverine. I think there is a lot of potential to go down the X-Men movie suits. More specifically, the Days of Future Past one and the X-Men, like original X-Men trilogy, X-Men 1, 2, and Last Stand. Those for me are the definitive X-Men films. I don't really care about the ones which have come out over the last about 6 years, 5 years. I don't really care. Well, Days of Future Past was okay, to be fair. Introduction of James Mac. Oh, actually no, the First Class was. Never mind. Yeah, I just haven't really been as interested since like the exit of the original X-Men cast. Where? Oh, there they are. Oh, that was easy, you know. Oh, we have now a truckload of more people coming by, so we will have more fun there. Yeah, I would like to know what other people think as well. Like, what villains do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see more original villains or what? Like, I quite liked the approach Mr. Negative took in this game. I think Mr. Negative was because I didn't know who Mr. Negative was at first. I had no interest in him. I was like, I don't even know who this guy is, so it's like, yo, what do I do here? But
gotta be a special kind of crazy to run
yeah.
the storefront in the city Spider-Man protects.
That was amazing.
I think other villains like, I don't know, Mysterio or the big ones, Chameleon will be very good. In fact, let's actually take a quick look in this game to see which villains have already been confirmed in this universe. Let's just pitch a ride on this truck and we will vibe with. Right, so let's go to collections, backpacks. Okay, so here we go. Let's I think this will be really fun. Okay, so we have obviously, I hope these come back and we get more backpack challenges because this is really cute, really fun. Oh, knuckle duster. Huh?
Fisk beat the hell out of me with these.
Oh, okay. So we've got villains. Right. Pizza delivery.
I thought web swinging would let me get pizzas delivered fast.
Pizza time. Self-help book.
Maybe this will help me balance work and a personal life, if I ever find time to read it.
Right. Shocker. We know of him. We know of Vulture.
Oh yeah, that blind guy gave me his card in case Spider-Man needs a lawyer.
Which other villains do we know of? We know of Lizard. This is why I want to see the Lizard in the sequel. I think it would be quite relevant to bring him in.
Use these electrician's gloves in my first fight with Electro.
We have Electro, the Lizard, Scorpion, Soundman, Shocker.
Still not sure if opening this would set the Sandman free.
So, okay, I think that's okay. Mysterio already exists. Oh, of course, because he was in the he was in the really cool like Easter egg mission.
When the Vulture cracked my eye lens, it almost blinded me.
Yeah, okay. So we have
Jameson gave me this at his Bugle retirement party. I thought nobody would listen to his talk show. Shows how much I know.
So we have Scorpion, Vulture, Mysterio, Rhino, Sandman, the Lizard, Dr. Octopus, Electro, Mr. Negative. So that's 9 villains we've already got. Ones we haven't seen, you know, for real, besides costume mock-ups, are Sandman and Mysterio. I'd love to see the Lizard. I think it'd be really cool. These are really fun.
Doesn't leave much time for good hygiene. Gotta get it where I can. After I got my powers, I didn't need my glasses anymore. Told everyone I got laser eye surgery with money from the Fisk Science Prize. Aunt May's recipe for wheat cakes. I could never make it work on my own. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Why doesn't it ever feel like it? Gotta have something to do on stakeouts.
Surprised this was never a PlayStation Vita. That would have been a fun little homage to Sony.
My thesis paper on neurotechnology. This got me the job with Dr. Octavius.
I see coffee scenes and it's pretty cool.
The last ball game Uncle Ben ever took me to. I need to get this framed. I could really use his advice now. Never finished this application for the coffee bean. Would have paid more than what I'm doing now. My prom boutonniere. Crushed when I had to fight Fisk. That kind of symbolizes my luck with relationships.
That's quite tragic but funny.
Funny, my fear of heights didn't go away when I got my powers. Had to climb to the top of the Empire State to get over that. Wish I knew who made this comic about me. Kid's got a future.
Oh. Backpack. Sorry, I'm not really talking at the moment. I'm just going over this.
Piece of the Shocker's original uniform showed me how to protect myself from his blasts. Of course, they always upgrade, don't they?
High school t-shirt.
Oh man! I meant to wash this gym shirt 6 years ago. Hey, you! My underarm webs.
Now this would be very cool to see back in the Spider-Man lore of this game. I think it would be very cool if one of the Spider-Men got this. It'd be quite a nice little like thing. I don't know.
Until I broke this chip off his horn and figured out what his costume's made of.
All right.
Still wasn't easy to beat him. My back still aches.